Hopi nation, and it is so true today. And here is Akhenaten, quoting from this Hopi prophecy. So, Barack Hussein Obama, he resonates with a number of different past idyllic states, like John F. Kennedy. We find that we are now currently entering the space race with China, and this is very much like the space race back with the Russians, with JFK. We have another connection because of the Pope, and you better believe the Pope's in this picture, and you better look into, Obama's ideas on Israel. And we got Pope Benedict the 16th, who is, of course, the raised Cardinal Ratzinger, who was originally a Nazi youth from Bavaria, no less. And no, he has nothing to do with the Illuminati. But Pope Benedict just happened to take the name of Pope Benedict that was the Pope during World War I. So we get these iconographic ideas that are being placed in here. It's like all of the different wars, all of the different revolutions, all the different thoughts are all culminating at this time in Barack Hussein Obama. Now, the Pope has come out, and he has told us, well, all right, the Templars are okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, I was looking into it, and I found that the Templars, well, they weren't actually such bad guys. And this is very curious because we find that actually the Pope was looking into the Knights Templar before he became Pope. And a Spanish group claiming to be the heirs of the Knights Templar have filed a lawsuit against Pope Benedict XVI, seeking the rehabilitation of the once powerful Catholic religious order that was disbanded 700 years ago. The Association of the Sovereign Order of the Temple of Christ also demands recognition, though not restitution, of the $156 billion in assets that were taken from the original Templars upon their dissolution. Yeah. But we find that that actually the new Pope Benedict was actively investigating secret societies, including the Knights Templar and the Illuminati. Details were exposed by a local newspaper in Hertfordshire, England, that Cardinal Ratzinger was head of the Inquisition, the arm of the church set up to investigate, persecute, and eliminate heretics. But the curious thing is, we now know that he stated his investigation shortly before he was elected as new pope. Did he know something? He certainly made no secret of his ambition to become pope. So the new pope made inquiries into these secret societies and the Illuminati and the Templars, and then later it's found that where did that go? I'm on to his extraterrestrial and Big Bang Theory. It's found later that the documents that he had found just suddenly showed up. Somebody had misplaced them. And so this document is going to be published here very soon. I'm sorry, I'm looking for... I thought I had this all set up for myself and ready to go, but I seem to have lost this one. But the curious note is that just all of a sudden, out of nowhere, one of the Pope's men comes before and says, hey, I just happened to find this piece of paper, and it seems to show that Clement actually didn't believe all the stories about the Templars, and that maybe we should just let it go. And... my bad. I'm sorry. I really wanted to find that quote, but I can't. Too many bookmarks here because there's so much to talk about. So the Pope not only comes out and officially says, all right, we're sorry to the Templars. The Templars were okay, and so now Freemasonry's all cool. Our Pope's a Nazi Bavarian that's into Illuminati and secret societies. And he met with W on Friday the 13th, which is the day of the Templars' fall, the infamous Friday the 13th. He met with W at St. John's Tower at the Vatican, which is an unheard of event. They never take their guests to St. John's Tower, but yet on this special Friday the 13th, they brought W there. Curious thing, after spending his birthday with W at the White House. Okay, and then the Pope comes out with his is next insider information that, hey, you know what? These aliens might be our brothers. Let's get to that on the other side. This is the Freezone. Freeman.
First he crucified every dandelion.
All right, welcome back to the Freezone with your host Freeman, the Reverend Dr. Freeman today. And we're talking about Akhenaten. The curious thing, we were just getting into the Pope. We got to the Pope being a Bavarian Nazi that is now the Pope looking into saying the Templars were okay. And of course you'll find like the Ordo Templi Orientis, many occult orders that go back to the Knights Templar, including Freemasonry. And I left you hanging with the canted square. I meant to get back to that, and maybe this is a good place to bring this up. Now, I have a number of images if you're interested in looking at any of them. They are on, you can become my friend on MySpace. I'm Freeman TV. And have a look at some of the images that I'm talking about, because I'm passing them into the chat room, and I've gotten messages saying, hey, can you guys let us see these pictures? Well, yes, become my friend on Freeman TV on MySpace, and you can look at all my pictures, and you'll get all updates and everything else. So we're looking at the Pope right now, and we're looking at the connections, the Templar connections, and the canted square. Yes, let's not forget the canted square. So we were talking about the rituals of the occultic orders, or the occult orders, and as I was saying, the Freemasons circle the altar within the ritual, and they circle it 3 times. So this is known as circumambulation, and it's the practice of making a circuit about a thing or an area in reverence. So they do circumambulation around the stone of Mecca, you know. In Masonry, circumambulation involves the making of a circuit around the lodge while keeping the right hand towards the altar. The right is symbolic of the apparent daily course of the sun. Now, we are always coming back to the sun, all the symbolism of the sun, target, and, you know, ad infinitum, and was undoubtedly derived from the ancient sun worship. So during the circuits of a lodge room, corners should be squared in accordance with the ancient tradition of squaring the lodge. Now, when you're a Freemason, it said you're a square man, and they worship the square, and that's all the square symbolism that you see. So as the entered apprentice during initiation comes to the northeast corner 3 times during his different rounds as Hiram Abiff. So he circles the altar 3 times, and then in the fellowcraft, the second degree, he circles it 4 times, and then being raised as a master, he circles it 5 times. So these numbers, 3, 4, and 5, go to Osiris as the number 4 being the male principle, 3 the female principle of Isis, and then 5 Horus, the sun. Now, what happens is that this comes into the 47th proposition of Euclid, or what is known as the Pythagorean theorem. And it is a mathematical representation of the Trinity. And so as you're in a Freemasonic lodge doing your circumambulations, you become the canted square, the Luciferian solar deity. And that is why Hitler canted the swastika as a solar symbol. Now back to our other Nazi, the Pope. He wants now, he's saying, okay, Templars are okay, therefore Freemasons are okay, because it's all one and the same once you start to get back to the back of it. And he is now also coming forth saying that, well, aliens are our space brothers. Aliens are free from sin. Let's have a look at this. The Vatican's official newspaper has endorsed the possibility that the universe could contain intelligent life beyond Earth, while insisting that aliens would be our brothers and children of God as much as human beings are. The Pope's astronomer Jose Gabriel Funes, a Jesuit priest, told the Lustre Romano that there would be nothing surprising about the existence of intelligent extraterrestrials. Just as there is a multiplicity of creatures on Earth, so there could be other beings created by God beyond it. The interview suggests that the Church's hierarchy may be paving the way to showing that Pope Benedict XVI, Pope Ratzinger, is more open to the ideas of modern science than he has previously seemed to be. Or they're fulfilling an agenda. which is more likely. So they were going on to say that the existence of alien beings would not create a problem for believers. He insisted because one cannot put limits on the creative freedom of God. Now, if you're reading the Bible, you're reading the Old Testament, and you're talking about this loving, caring, forgiveful God, that's not Yahweh, is it? So we go. He goes on to say that that these aliens, these extraterrestrials, are our brothers, and that they most likely do not suffer original sin like the Earthlings do. Curious. So now we got the Pope coming back. Templars are okay, extraterrestrials are real, and they don't suffer